Reformed over the centuries. Dragon heirs were too weak to survive the dragonfire trial, and could not awaken their dragon forms. Only my blood can strengthen their power, and help them become the true dragon. No one knew these truths, except the Dragon King. I was the only Phoenix Princess Serena. The Dragon King asked me to choose any of his kin as my mate. He decreed whoever I chose would become the next Dragon King. In my past life, I chose the Dragon Prince I had loved for 10 years. I used my phoenix blood to guide him through the dragonfire trial, helping him become a true dragon and claim the throne. He repaid me by locking me on the altar, slitting my veins, and feeding my blood to my nightingale stepsister.
I never loved you. I can become a true dragon without you. Your blood can make Leora a phoenix. That's your final worth.
He drained me dry, carved my eyes into a crown, and turned my bones into a sword. I fell into a pool of my own blood, Leora. When I opened my eyes again, I was back at the mating hall, the day of choosing. Cassius was on one knee in front of me, the same arrogant look.
Serena, which man will you choose to be your mate?
The lineage of the dragon reformed over the centuries. Dragon heirs were too weak to survive the dragonfire trial, and could not awaken their dragon forms. Only my blood can strengthen their power, and help them become the true dragon. No one knew these truths, except the Dragon King.
Father, I know Serena loves me, but my soul belongs to Leora. I have bound myself to her with a blood oath. If I fail, may dragonfire burn me to ashes!
He asked for bonding with my stepsister. This hadn't happened in my last life. In that single look between us, I knew. Cassius had been reborn too. The court erupted. The Dragon King's face changed at once. The air sharpened. The other princes leaned forward, hungry. Everyone knew that marrying me was to take the throne. To refuse me was to throw the crown into the dirt.
Father, I know Serena cannot live without me. I'll take her as secondary consort. I'll care for her all her days.
Then I understood. He was reborn with memory, convincing that I loved him so much that I would answer any of his demands, even it meant to be his secondary consort.
Father, I know Serena loves me, but my soul belongs to Leora. I have bound myself to her with a blood oath. If I fail, may dragonfire burn me to ashes!
How dare you! Leora is a lowborn and alive by Serena's mercy alone. She is not fit to sit with the real phoenix. A blood oath? Let me kill her. The vow dies with her!
Cassius flinched. A flash of hatred crossed his face.
What's the matter? You've always been desperate to marry me. I'm giving you the chance. Don't try my patience. You stole so much from Leora. It's only because she's too kind that I let you be my consort.
His words almost made me laugh. Leora was just a nightingale spirit, the daughter of a slave. Before I was born, House Phoenix was attacked. Every egg in our hatching hall was lost or scattered. The survivor found a similar egg and mistook her for me. They raised her like a princess for years. 100 years later, when we could first take our true forms, my mother and father saw the truth. But mother was kind. She kept Leora in the Phoenix halls. She let her live with all the privileges of a Phoenix princess. But Leora was never satisfied. The king's hand cracked across Cassius's face.
Serena! This Whis is a fool! Whatever you decide, his life is in your hands!
Everyone here knew that marrying me would make them a king, but no one, not even Cassius, knew that only my blood could make them true dragons.
Your Majesty, I have chosen.
Every eye in the hall fell on me, Cassius's most of all. I wrote the name into the Dragon King's palm and leaned in to whisper my plan. The king paused, then nodded.
If this is truly your wish, so be it. I'll see it done. You, confine yourself to your chamber. Reflect on what you've done. Do not embarrass yourself again before the wedding.
A flicker of triumph crossed Cassius's normally cold face, as if he had expected I would agree. I did not give him the satisfaction. My eyes fell to the far corner of the hall. A young man stood there, dressed in rags, but carried himself with quiet grace. A small black scale ridge ran along his temple, early form of a dragon horn. He was nothing like the man I had once known. Outside the hall, Cassius had not gone. Beside him stood Leora, dressed in soft white, exactly an innocent, fragile girl. He saw me and pulled her forward.
Serena, thank you, truly, for stepping aside and letting us be. If my parents were here to see your kindness, they would weep with joy.
Her fingers lingered too long on her dry eyes, making sure everyone saw she had cried. Cassius's face softened at once.
Stop it. You don't owe her a thing. I choose you. If anything, she should be thanking you for your generosity. If you hadn't agreed, I would never have made her my second consort. Leora's parents died for your sake. The least you could do is make amends for your debts.
Leora's parents had been nightingale spirits, a kind pair who had taken me in as their own. They had been hunted down by beasts during a journey. It was their deaths that had ignited my phoenix flame and brought House Phoenix to my door. In my last life, I had let Leora take everything from me out of guilt. Only on the day I died did I learn it was Leora who had led the beasts to her parents. She had murdered her own mother and father to be rid of me. I said nothing. I just stared. Cassius continued without even blinking.
To make it up to Leoria, I want your essence blood to make her a real phoenix.
Him.
Alpha, I didn't mean to. I just want to be with you.
On the day of my wedding to the lichen prince, his childhood sweetheart, the wet nurse's daughter Rui,
The wet made some gold coins for her retirement. Bury Rue properly.
then he went back to completing the blood covenant ritual with me as if nothing had happened. 5 years later, the night before Cain's coronation as Lichen King,
this is
the
not
elders
good.
examined me and declared I was barren, would never bear children. He had his warriors drag me to the stone quarry behind the royal grounds, made me pave a road of atonement, said I could never return to court.
She was carrying my pup when she died. If your Stormfin tribe weren't so powerful, why would I have married you? Rue would still be alive, and so would my child. You don't deserve to have offspring. Spend the rest of your life moving stones. Atone for Rue and her pup.
Within a year, my father and brother were framed for colluding with vampires. The entire Stormfang tribe was slaughtered. I coughed up blood and died. Then I opened my eyes. I was back, the day I was marrying into the royal court. Outside, the wolves were howling at the moon. The sound of Alpha Cain kicking the wedding carriage axle snapped me fully awake. I was reborn. I clenched my fists. My heart pounded. If the moon goddess was giving me a second chance, I wasn't going to waste it. The Stormfang tribe wouldn't die in vain. I would live this time, and I would make Cain pay for every drop of blood he spilled in my past life. Cain led me into the ritual circle. Freya, my handmaiden, steadied my arm. As she leaned in, I whispered a few quick words. She slipped away without a sound. She was a warrior raised by the Stormfang tribe. She'd been by my side since childhood, a handmaiden in name, bodyguard in truth. I trusted her completely. The wedding between Alpha Cain and the daughter of Stormfang, every chieftain in the Northern Territories had come with their mates. It was the biggest union the North had seen in years. The daughter of Stormfang was about to become the Luna of the royal court.
In the name of the moon goddess, bind by blood.
Then a young servant from Rue's room came running in.
Alpha! Rue tried to kill herself!
Tears streaming down her face, she dropped to her knees, forehead hitting the ground.
Alpha! Rue tried to kill herself! Rue grew up with the Alpha! Please, Alpha, save her!
Why would she do something so stupid? I told her I'd give her a title after the wedding.
He turned to run, nearly tripped on the ritual circle steps, remembered it was his wedding day. He turned to run, nearly tripped on the ritual circle steps, remembered it was his wedding day. So he stopped, looked at me.
Leora, I need to check on Rue. I'll come back and finish the blood covenant. The wedding's set. What's the hurry?
Alpha, this is a matter of life and death. Why don't I come with you? Aluna should handle household affairs after all.
Yes, of course.
So the Alpha and his bride-to-be left the ritual circle halfway through the ceremony to visit a wet nurse's daughter. The crowd whispered behind us. They couldn't believe it. Inside the wooden house, Rue was wearing a moonlight gown, the kind a bride was supposed to wear for the blood covenant. She'd dyed cheap burlap white herself. The stitches were crooked. Her half-shifted claws were pressed against her own throat. Her fingertips had already broken skin. Blood trickled down her neck. She saw Cain walk in, burst into tears, threw herself at him.
Alpha, I didn't mean to. I just want to be with you. I know I'm Lohan. I can never be your Luna, but I wanted just once to wear a moonlight gown and complete the blood covenant be your mate since we were children.
Why are you so stupid? I told you I'd give you a title after the Luna moved in. Why would you do this? If anything happened to you, how could I go on? Are you trying to rip my heart out?
Rue took his hand, placed it gently over her stomach.
Alpha, the healer, came a few days ago. I'm carrying your pup. 2 months. I didn't want my child to be born low-lid, to be mocked and called bastard. That's why I...
Really? You're carrying my pup?
Yes, Alpha. We're having a child.
They held each other. Everyone else just stared. Everyone else just stared.
No way. The Alpha knocked up a wet maider's daughter?
On his wedding day, and she chose today to make a scene? Look at them. This is bad. Leora must be devastated. She's the future Luna. This is a slap in Stormhind's face.
I let my face go pale, let the betrothal wolf fang slip from my fingers. It hit the ground with a clatter. I staggered back into my old nurse's arms.
Alpha Kane, I thought she was just a servant. Now you're telling me she's pregnant with your pup?
Kane looked at me, uncomfortable.
Leora, she's my wet nurse's daughter. We grew up together. She's the woman I love.
So you're in love. You've been meeting in secret, and now there's a child?
Question after question. He didn't answer any of them. Rue scrambled off the bed, dropped to the floor in a full submission kneel, forehead to the ground, hands spread wide, throat bared.
Luna, it's not the Alpha's fault, it's mine. I couldn't control myself. I wanted to give the Alpha a pup. He drank too much that night. He thought I was you.
My palm connected with her cheek.
How dare you? I'm the legitimate daughter of Stormfang. I was raised with discipline. I will not be slandered. I met the Alpha 2 times before the engagement, always with elders present, never alone. So don't drag my name through the mud just to make yourself look less disgusting. It's my fault, Luna. Forgive me.
Then she half shifted and dragged her own claws down her face. 3 gashes from forehead to cheek.
Stop! This isn't Rue's fault. She wasn't born powerful. You were. That's the only difference. Without your father's wolves, would I want you as Luna? Rue tried to kill herself today because of you. She's carrying my pup. Now you're married in. Rue is my consort. I won't leave her or my child without a title.
Luna? The Lycan King himself had approved this match. If it weren't for this engagement, Kane wouldn't even be sitting in the Alpha's seat.
The Luna position was granted by the Lycan King himself. How you've behaved today, on our wedding day, insults not only Stormfig but also the king.
Then I turned to Rue.
And you? You've known about the pregnancy. You wait until wedding day to make a scene. Are you really not doing this on purpose?
Past life. Sister gave me cursed witch necklace, stole my strength, stole my health.
3 days from now, moon god altar. Her position's yours.
Last of all, they wanted my life.
Rafe! You will regret this! The moon goddess will punish your betrayal!
I'll watch you from the abyss forever, Rafe.